voice
No,
of Nassau Community College.
You definitely did not say FM before in your show. I listened. You didn't say FM. You said that.
Sounds right there.
The banner says it.
Oh, the banner does say it.
The microphone says it.
Microphone says it.
Damn it.
Get me some white out. Or maybe orange
Orange
out.
out. It's an orange block. That's a block, right? That's essentially what that is. It's a triangle block. You know, like when you're in kindergarten you play with, and they just put a microphone through it. Like when they're interviewing people, that was in the 60s and 70s. That's what way before you guys were born. But they had to, for branding purposes, because you didn't have all in the scrolls on the bottom of the TV would tell you what you're watching 7 or 2 or 4. All they had was this little thing on their microphone. The reporters put it out there from WHPC 9.3. You know,
The mic flag, as they called it.
Is that what it was? The mic flag? Yeah.
So like when the Celtics won 8 championships in a row.
Yeah, you'd see if you watch like when they go back to early ESPN, you'll see they had the early ESPN with the concentric circles kind of things and everything. All right, Steve, any bingo tonight? Any restaurants?
No,
anything going tonight? All right.
Going home.
Going home.
Going home to get my chicken pot pie.
Which leads me to something. How come they call it pot pie when there's no pot?
I don't know. Don't let your meatloaf.
I'm just asking.
Go ask your friends at assisted living. I don't know.
Wait.
In Boca.
Wait till you hear about pot roast.
Yeah, and how do you roast pot?
I don't know. Don't let your meatloaf. You shouldn't let your meatloaf either.
I have too much to say.
All right. There goes Steve Dassa. He's left the building.
Bowling.
And he's going bowling.
At Garden City Bowl?
Which used to be a major PGS. Speaking of across the street from where the circus train is, that was a major stop on the. It's now a Cuban restaurant, but behind it, that was a major stop. The Garden City Open was a major stop on the PGA Tour. It was one of the top 7 or so PBA Professional Bowling Association was at the Garden City Bowl right there, right in the back of that. Now what is now a Cuban restaurant.
How would you put stands in there?
I don't know. I haven't been in there since 1977. I think when Steve was.
Knee-high to a grasshopper.
I think Babylon gets the event now.
Do they?
Yeah.
I remember it was like
How do they put stands in there?
There was
I don't know.
Johnny Petraglia was a famous bowler, and he was like, it was Johnny Petraglia's Garden City Open for a while and everything. But it was back when they had Wide World of Sports, the ABC Wide World of Sports, it was a famous
All right, I'm leaving.
The Ocho.
There's enough cable on here I can actually do this from inside my car.
Right.
Home.
If it's still standing.
That is some extra mic. All right, Steve.
All right, I'm disconnecting.
I guess school is over because the parking lot's empty.
Let me walk you out, Grandpa. Get my community service in.
There's an elevator. Bye, Steve Dassa.
Stop drinking that smart
Don't
water.
forget, listen to him on Sunday.
Say hello to my friends in Century Village.
Guess they're going to... everyone knows it's the Bristol.
So, you broke the lights.
That's funny. This is Sports Talk 90.3 WHPC. I'm Chris Muldoon. He's Marc Talkie Dukowski. He's Tristan Hamilton, sporting Jets shorts. And literally, KJ Brooks is helping Steve Dassa out of the station. Like a Boy Scout crossing an old lady across the intersection. Phone lines are open, 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. And we can, lots of things to talk about. It's funny. I used to always hope for Thursday off days for the Mets because we'd get some of the Mets beat writers come on and everything. Now I don't want to even, it's like, stay away. The Mets are killing me. They are absolutely killing me. This is just...
Seven-game losing streak.
Yeah, and the whole, for the whole road trip, right? 0 for 6 on the whole. And I hate when they go on road trips. I hate when they go out to Arizona. I hate when they go, which they did. I hate when they go to Colorado, which they didn't, but I just hate and now they're playing the Angels.
The Angels is coming home.
And Trout's having his best year
so far.
And he lives nearby, too. He's
a Jersey guy, yeah.
Central South Jersey, but Philly market.
Philly territory, yeah. But that's the funny thing about Mike Trout. So he was drafted, I'm making up these numbers, I think like 17th by the Angels, that draft. But the Angels had 16 and 17. So they pick him 17 because they'd have to pay him more money at 16. So therefore they could say, we like the other guy better. That's why we picked him at 16 and you in 17. He could pick 16. But the picks at 16 and 17 had belonged to the Yankees and the Mets. But they had to vacate them because they had signed it was free agent compensation for them signing from the Angels various players. And you're going to kick yourself when you see the players that the Yankees and the Mets had signed from the Angels so as to lose those compensatory picks because they're just not very good. So basically the Mets and the Yankees could have had Mike Trout there, only they decided to sign as free agents some of the... Can you find
this one says Trout was drafted
by the Angels using their compensation pick from the New York Yankees for their signing of Marc Teixeira.
Marc Teixeira. Okay, so they got a World
overall.
Series out of Marc Teixeira, right? It was that 2009. But if you go in that draft, if you click on that draft, so what was that, 25th overall? You'll see that the Mets had the next pick, and they had the Angels had 2 picks there. One was the Yankees, one was the Mets. So if you just look it up.
Do anything. No, the Angels had the 24th and the 25th.
Yeah,
pick.
so
they went with Randall Grichuk,
who's now he's a home run hitter. I think he's with the Cardinals now. He hit a home run in April. Actually, he was a very good prospect. He was a power prospect, and he did nothing with the Angels, and they got rid of him. He went to the Cardinals, and of course, when you become a St. Louis Cardinal, all of a sudden you get better. And but
Mets were not anywhere near there.
Yeah, they were. You gotta.
This is the Yankees. That draft, the Mets first round pick. That draft, Mets did not have a first round.
Yeah,
pick.
it was. I'm saying it was a competitor. It was either 24 or 25, whichever one wasn't the Yankees was the Mets. And I forget who it was for. Whatever Angel they had signed away. I think it was a reliever. I think it was one of those middle relievers. I know who it was. Was the closer, K-Rod. Francisco Rodriguez.
Oh,
that's who it was.
The husband beater, the beater.
Well, it was the baby's mama's dad is who he beat. Because I remember having to because remember when it happened, they had to report. They're like, well, the story came out that night on live on the air. SNY went to it. Like, so when it became first was his father, then it was his father-in-law, then it was his girlfriend's father, then it was his baby mama's. It just changed as time came in. It was that night with K-Rod.
And so Mike Trout, he apparently has a nickname that I've never heard of. It says, according to Wikipedia, the Millville Meteor.
They've never said that on TV.
No. Well, that was the same thing. They had to put nicknames on Derek Jeter's plaque the other day, and it was like the Captain and Mr. November. Those were never nicknames for Derek Jeter. I mean, they just
El Capitan, maybe.
Because Posada called him that, Rivera called him that. But just it's like the captain. Well, there were a whole other bunch of captains on the Yankees that they could have said. And then Mr. November was a made-up thing by the announcers during 1 week of 2001. It's like, okay, all right, Mr. November. So he didn't have nicknames. He didn't need nicknames. He didn't, he was...
And the way that Mr. November came around shouldn't even be remember for. The only reason why is he's Mr. November. Yeah.
Right.
So that's something why we want to know why he's Mr. November.
And the Yankees didn't win the World Series. They didn't win that World Series. The Arizona Diamondbacks did. Yeah.
The young Kim.
Craig Counsell. 516-572-7440.
He just looks miserable over here, Tristan.
That weird batting stance Craig Counsell used to have?
I'm very familiar with Craig Counsell.
I'm going through a lot with my team.
Isn't he with the Brewers still?
He's the manager.
Which one?
Yeah.
All of them.
You know my Craig Counsell stories, right?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll talk off air.
I guess they weren't good.
Yeah. 516-572-7440. When your college backup has 2 World Series rings and manages the Brewers, that's
what does he have?
He's got 2 World Series rings. He was my backup. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. So the Cavaliers, bring me up to speed on this because I
just have a question from Marc. Why are you wearing that shirt?
Because I have a big distaste with the Celtics right now.
I wonder why.
Well,
go ahead.
The Nets. Okay, all right. Well, that is certainly so they go and they have the lottery the other day, right? And they do the draft picks. And the Knicks, who already had bumped down 1 to 7 because of the coin flip, right?
You could have started
because of the coin flip, then wind up getting 8. Now they're going to get a good player at 8. They're going to.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope. We got lucky with
but here's the thing: this guy who's now considered the number 1, the all around undisputed number 1, they're going to take was that Markel
Fultz
from University of Washington.
Yeah.
So he's a 6'4" point guard. Is what. Was he always considered the guy that was going to go number 1 this year, or is that
it was going to be either him or
Lonzo, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now
or Harry Giles, like Harry Giles before the season, before he got hurt. Somebody's either going to be him or Fultz.
Yeah.
So now you got the Celtics at 1. Sorry, Marc. You got the Celtics at 1, and it's so funny to see the Celtics, the Lakers, and the Sixers pick 1, 2, 3. Because I'm such an old man that those were the top 3 teams my entire childhood. I'm like, what? They're picking 1, 2, 3, but. Now you're the Lakers, and you're picking 2. And the logical choice at number 2 is Ball, right? I mean, he's the guy to take. But you're the Los Angeles Lakers, and he is Mr. Los Angeles, and you've got to deal with that father. do you pull the trigger on that?
Well, from reports, they're already been making different type of packages to trade D'Angelo Russell in order to already get him. So it seems like it's going to be a done deal anyway.
It makes too much sense because he's a great player.
Yeah.
He's a great player. So, he's just a great player. And once the son has money in his pocket, which he's going to have, he can say, "Shut up, Dad."
Yeah.
Go away, Dad.
And there's two brothers to follow right after that.
Yeah. So it's almost amazing that he'll be a Los Angeles kid, went to college in Los Angeles, and will stay in Los Angeles as a Laker, one of the top marquee teams in the league.
His career off the field heavily depends on being a Laker.
Exactly, yeah.
Because if he makes the playoffs as a Laker, those shoes are going to sell out real quick.
Right.
Well, he's not signed by anybody.
If I had the money, I would buy.
He doesn't have a sneaker deal.
It, actually.
No,
Well, who was the maker of it? Because he was turned down by a bunch of.
He was
No,
talking
he
about
made his own. He made his
his
own independent now.
So he's fully. I mean, that's like owning 80-90% basically is what he owns. He's all in.
And then my concern is what if all the teams collude together and are like, "No, what? We don't want a guy like this in the NBA."
Well, because here's the reason. That'll never happen. I call it the Canseco effect. When the headache is bigger than the talent, Kaepernick, Cutler, just name guys here. Yeah, they go away. When the talent's still there, whatever, you hold your nose. That's what it is.
So they've been saying this a lot on like sports and stuff. Do you feel? Would you mind getting Lonzo Ball, or do you feel like no, make him go to Los Angeles? Obviously, he wants to be a Laker.
Yeah,
but they're saying that should the Celtics, even though the father, however he feels, do you feel comfortable?
It's just a better fit for Fultz, man.
Fultz, another point guard to play next to Isaiah Thomas?
No, the fact that he's 6'5", he can play shooting guard. And he's a scorer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're already looking like they're already saying they're comparing to his style of play. They're not saying he's going to be the next Kobe or James Harden, but that's his style of play, and that's the exact type of player we need. So you bring in Fultz and you bring in Gordon Hayward. Hey, you got a squad.
Yeah. And here's another thing too that not many people are thinking about. The guy's never left L.A.
Well, that's
so. What happens when you move to a cold weather city and you wake up in the morning and it's cold out?
Well, that's the funny thing. No matter
Seriously.
no matter who goes, like if you're looking at three, if he goes to the Sixers, he's done. He's just done. No matter who goes to the Celtics, goes to the Sixers, is done. Because it's become a losing organization. They haven't done anything. They've had a lot of first. Who is it? Like Joe Embiid? Somebody just
Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
Michael Carter Williams. They traded because he was doing too good.
It's like it's where careers come to die. But then we have to look forward to if he does become a Sixer. He's not. He's gonna be a Laker. But if he does become a Sixer, then we're gonna have the whole Charles Barkley war of words because he's Mr. Sixer and he's on TV and he's got a microphone and then it's gonna become
Charles Barkley's Mr. Sixer.
Yeah, he's Mr. Sixer. So you don't know. See, that's the thing. He was, he became a Phoenix Sun, but that was later in his career.
I wouldn't call him Mr. Sixer.
Oh, Barkley's Mr. If you go into Philadelphia, he's still the guy. Allen Iverson didn't. I mean, Allen Iverson
took him to the finals.
He did, but he was. Charles Barkley is a cuddly teddy bear, right? Allen Iverson was just an angry practice. Like he was. It's like Charles Barkley is, and Charles Barkley has a great documentary out now. I don't know if he's promoting it all over the Today Show. I think it's about the police and
because he wasn't at the game yesterday.
Yeah, he's got
Davis.
This, I want to see this. It looks like he's done a really good job. Charles Barkley is a good. He says stupid stuff sometimes and does stupid stuff sometimes. But he's been a good ambassador for the game, so to say. He's caller on Sports Talk. Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Dave from Franklin Square.
Well, all points north and east. What can I tell you?
Hi.
Oh, you're working right now?
No, I work 9 to 5 today.
So do we have? Will there be? Is the horse race? Is the Preakness this weekend?
I'll give you a long. It's easy for me to give you a 1-to-1 shot, meaning bet 2 and make 2. Look at number 9, looking at Lee. Ran a very good race as far as the Derby, and should get away a little bit cleaner. Had a little bit of a problem.
So what's number 9's name?
Price as opposed to. He's sitting at 10-1. He should be going off at about probably a little less than 20-1. So we'll see what happens. But again, keep an eye on the weather as the popular songs go. So, where's Tobanova?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I got a bowling match today.
Yeah, well, okay.
All fun and love, Tova. We love you here. Just
now the
future office manager.
The Angels are in town this weekend. Will your son-in-law be in town?
No, as a matter of fact, Nicole doesn't come back in. My daughter does not come back until the first week of June.
Okay.
No, Charles is he's been handed the reins of the company. His parents I mean, this is the most perfect world in the world, I'm telling you. They've decided to retire and turn their entire life into golf.
Oh.
So Charles has been handed over the reins, so we'll see what happens. No, like I said, everything's in
Does his mom golf as well?
Oh, let me tell you, the first time I put my paw out there and she shook my hand, it took me about